Video editing from beginner to pro. You're welcome to today's live class. I want to welcome every one of you. All right, I wish I could just mention all of your names, but that is going to take a whole lot of time. So I am so excited that you are here. Okay, now over the next few days I will show you how professional video editing works. Okay, today's class is foundational. And I want you to know that if you can master today's lesson, every other lesson will become easier. All right, so today we are going to be looking at understanding the CapCut interface. All right, I know some of you might want to ask, all right, why are we actually using CapCut as the software or the app for this class as a basis? Now we are using CapCut because CapCut is that editing software or app which is mostly used by both beginners and then professionals. Beginners use CapCut because it is user friendly. All right, it means that it is easy to navigate. Then professionals use CapCut because CapCut has the advanced features that makes video look professional. So this is why both beginners and then pro actually use CapCut, and that is exactly why we make our decision to use CapCut. All right, without wasting much time, all right, I will want us to move straight into the practical of today's class. Let's go there, guys. All right, so you're welcome to the CapCut interface. I believe you can see this interface very well. Okay, so let's put this one side so that we can make a very good progress here. Okay, so there are three things I want to show you first from this very place. One of the first thing, of course, is where the settings are in your CapCut. So this is what your CapCut looks like after you've installed it. Okay, kindly click here. Okay, kindly click on this me here. Can you see that me? Click on it. Okay, and then you will see your settings up here. You see your settings up here. Can you see that settings there? Good. So click on that settings, and then you are going to see a lot of your settings there. All right, let me make this a bit smaller. Good. Now you can see your language there. Select your language. Okay, here is all those default ending. After you've ended your video, you see they'll put CapCut. If you don't want it to be there, off this thing you're seeing here. Okay, off it, just like it's off now. But those of you that are using free CapCut, they will not allow you to off it, right? That is why you need the premium or the pro CapCut. And remember, I'm giving you that. Okay, so there are a lot of things you can do here under settings. Okay, but we are not going into details now. Okay, that is just how you can access settings. That's the first thing I want you to know from the interface of CapCut. Okay, now the next thing I want you to know, of course, is this. Okay, is what you see down here. Okay, very important. These things you see down here, these are your controls. Okay, your controls. Now the first one here is the edit. Sorry, let me bring this up. The edit, this very one. Okay, I'm going to talk about that. This edit is where you actually do your editings in CapCut. Okay, that is where we are going to be talking about more in this class and in subsequent class. Okay, but another thing you need to take note of here is templates. Very important. I will say templates save time, and then it can help you a long way. Okay, maybe there are different kinds of editing you've seen, and then you want to replicate it without doing the hard work of actually doing the editing. So you just click template, and then they will tell you to put your pictures or your video inside, and then it will be turned into the kind of video that you saw without you being the one to edit it. It's more like CapCut editing for you. So that is what that template is for. Okay, and so many other things you can see there. So without wasting much time, let's click on the edit. Okay, now this is the main interface of the CapCut. Is this edit. That is where you can do your main work. Okay, now in this edit, what you should know is this new video. That is where you are going to import your video or your picture that you want to work on. I hope you're following me and you're getting me to this very point. Okay, so let's click on our new of course, click on our new video. Okay, you click on your new video, then the video that you want to edit, you bring it to this screen. Okay, there are so many videos on my phone here. Okay, so let's just pick any one of them, anyone. So let's just take this for example, and then we are going to click on add. Can you see add here? Most of the time, add your video as HD. So first of all, click the HD before you click the add. Very, very important. So you see, click HD, then you add. All right, very important. So you see that we have added our video to our workspace. So everything you can see here right now on my screen is the workspace. Okay, let me put this one side here so that it will not obstruct us. I want you to really see very well. Okay, so everything you're seeing on the screen now, we call this place the workspace. Okay, the workspace is made up of a lot of things, basically 3 things as I may call it. Okay, so now this place is our preview screen. Okay, preview screen. That is where you preview all the work you are doing. All right, now this is your timeline. All right, this very place is your timeline. That is where you see the clip you are working on or the video you are working on. All right, and then here is the toolbar. So these are just the 3 basic parts of the workspace. Okay, so now these are the 3 things you need to take note of as an editor. All right, so let me point out some of the things in the toolbar that you need to master very well, all right, to be a good editor. Now the first thing here is the edit. Please, I want you to take note of this. Okay, now the first thing you can see here is what is the edit. This first one is the edit. So if you click it, you can edit this clip. Okay, now the second one is the audio. That is where you bring in sound to your video. And then the third one is the text, where you add text to your video or your picture or whatsoever it is you are working on. Now listen to this secret. These 3 things you saw me click, there is another way you can bring them to your workspace without clicking them. So now look at how you do that. The first one, edit, for instance. If I want to start editing and I don't want to click the edit, what do I do? Simply click, all right, on your timeline. Click the timeline. This I'm touching now. Once you just touch it, it's going to open for you to start editing. So another way you can avoid touching the edit is just to touch your timeline. Do you understand? So this timeline is equals to this. Any of them you click gives you the same result. I hope you guys are following me, right? Now the second one is audio, which is here. Can you see this place? So if you click any of these 2, it will give you the same result. If you click audio, it's going to give you options for audio. If you click the audio down here, it's still going to give you the same options for audio. And of course, the third one, okay, which is the add what text. If you click on add text, it's the same thing as you clicking this text here. So the 3 of them are the same. Anyone you click gives you the same result. Don't get that twisted. All right, so that is the first thing I want you to take note of. Okay, and then you see there are a lot of other things there which I might not be able to go into details of in this video, but those of you who are going to be making it to our full mentorship course, you're going to be getting all the few details there. All right, so let's proceed. Okay, let's proceed. Click on the edit, for instance. Okay, you are going to see a lot of things there. So let me just talk about 2 or 3 basically, very briefly. Now the first one is split. The first one is split. Now, what is the function of split? Split helps you to share a video into 2. Okay, share one video into 2 for any function you want to perform on a particular one. You are going to know why it is important to split. Okay, just follow me closely. Now, for example, let's play this clip. You see, I've not started talking. You see, I'm about to start talking. You see, at this point I'm about to start talking is where the video actually starts from. Okay, so I can click on split now. I hope you guys are following me. Look at split here. Okay, I can click on split now and it's going to cut that video into 2 for me. Now that I've shared it, if I shared it into 2, I can now have the option to delete one or to do anything I want to do at all
to one part so that the other part will not be affected. You see why splitting is very important. So that's what splitting is. And then before that, I want to let you know the name of this long thing you are seeing here. Okay, this long thing you're seeing is the pointer. All right, the edit pointer. The pointer helps you to know the part of the clip that is displaying on the display window, okay, or the display screen. Anywhere that pointer is where you will be seeing on the screen. Do you understand that? So that is what that pointer is all about. So let's go straight to click on split. Now that I just clicked on split, can you see the video has been divided into two? This is 1 and then this is 2. Okay, so let me write that on the screen for you to see very well. Okay, so this is 1 clip, this is the second clip. All right, so now this first clip, I don't need it, so I'm going to delete it. Now you see that I've deleted the first clip. Now we have the second clip. All right, now that is the function of split. And you saw that I just used delete there. So you now know the function of delete means to remove a particular clip that you don't want again. Okay, so that is the delete you saw here. I hope you guys are following and I hope you are learning. Okay, don't forget, if you have questions, you can drop it on the comment section and then I will respond to it. Now, of course, the next thing I want to talk about is this one, which is the animation. Okay, what is this animation about? Animation, the word animation simply means motion, like motion, something to move. Okay, you want to give it a particular kind of movement, motion. That's what an animation is. Okay, so let's say you know there is 3 second rules of every video, which is called the hook. It's what should glue people, that should make them want to watch your video to the end. So let's say the first 3 seconds, let's expand this. Somebody might ask me, Dave, how are you doing this expanding? It's simple. Carry your 2 hands like this and put on your screen. Put on your display. All right. Put the 2 hands here. All right. In this your timeline, and then begin to do like this. Look at my hand. And begin to open them like this. All right. That's exactly what I am doing. That is expanding. Can you see? That's what I'm doing, that it expanded. Then I can close it. So you understand? Put your hand like this, do like this, expanding, close. It's now compressing. Expand, compress. Do you understand? That is exactly what I'm doing on my screen that you're seeing this now. You see, I'm compressing. This is compressing. This is expanding. Okay? So you can actually expand and compress to be able to see details. So let me expand so that I can see 3 seconds very well. So you see, let me expand a bit more. You see that 3 seconds will be around here. Yeah. So this is the first 3 seconds. Can you see after 2F, 3F, 4F? So I'm going to split here. Okay. Now, this first part, I want to do something to this first part. So I'm going to click on animation. Okay. Now you're going to see different animation option is going to give me now. So you can see a whole lot of them. Some of you have seen me use some of these effects in my video before. Okay. So let's use this for example. Let's click this very one. This very one here. Let's click. This is the one I clicked. This very one. Okay. Now that I've clicked, you see what it did to that very clip. Now look at what it did to that clip. Let's play. Video editing. Sorry. Now you saw what it did to that. Video edit. So you see now. Remember, I zoomed it out very well. So it's fast. It's actually fast. You see. Video editing. So that is what animation is all about. Do you get that? All right. So you see how it's flying and then it comes. So that's the function of that. Let's click edit again. That's the function of the animation. Okay. Now the next thing I want you to know about is effect. Okay. Now effect is more like animation, but this time around it's specific. We have what we call video effect and body effect. What does that mean? Let me demonstrate it for you very fast. Now, a video effect is an effect. Remember, effect is more like emotion also. All right. Now, video effect is an effect that happens to both you and your background. Like you can see me now. Let me make myself big on the screen so that you can see. Can you see me now? All right. You see that you are seeing me and then you're seeing my background. Are we together? You're seeing both me and my background. So if I want to do body effect, if I want to do video effect, it will happen to both me and the background. But if I want to do body effect, it will happen to only me. Okay. Now let's see a very good practical of what I just explained. all right, so that you guys can get. Now look at video effect. All right, let's click on video effect and then see all of the options. Can you see that all of these options, anyone I click is going to happen to the video? Okay, it's going to happen to, can you see them? They're going to happen to the video. Let me take a particular part. Let me split this part. Okay, let's split this part. Split. Okay, touch it, and then you please click on it. Sorry guys, you're going to click on edit. All right, you split. All right, now this first one, I want to add effect to it, and then I'm going to do video effect, which is all the body. Okay, which is all the body, and then this is what I'm going to do to all the body. Let me use this fire. Now you're going to see the effect. Now the effect is going to happen to that very clip. That is the function of that split. Okay, it's going to happen to that very clip that you selected. I hope you guys are following, and I hope you're really learning a whole lot. Okay, so let's mark it. Okay, let's mark it. Mark. Are you seeing the mark here? Any effect you've done and you want it to happen to the video, look at mark there. So you click on that mark. Okay, so I've marked it. So let's take it back and play it now. This is where play is. This is play here. Okay, I hope you guys are getting this. So let's play.
Video editing.
So that is very short. So I guess that is why you didn't see the effect. You know, I've already zoomed the video out very well. So that thing is too short. It's too short to be seen. But if I want to make it bigger so that you can just understand the effect, I'm going to bring it a little bit more farther. I'll split and then do it to this very one. This is big enough. Okay, click on effect and then click on video effect, and then I'll use the same fire effect. So you can see that now that comes out more compared to the first one. See?
Video editing.
Now, did you see that? So that is the function of effect that happens. See, this thing happens to the whole video. That fire exploded in the whole video. But if I want it to just be an effect that happens to only me, right? Not really with the background. Remember, what am I going to do? I am going to come to what? Body effect. Okay. Now, look at the options you have. You can see you now multiplying yourself to be plenty. All right, there are so many of the effect I can use. So let me use this very one, for example. Okay, this very one here. Okay, this very one. So let me use it, and then you're going to see how it's going to come. Can you see? Now you can see that. So I have been able to add. Now look at the effect I added. Is spreading, and I don't want it to spread to other ones. So let me just zoom it back. Let it just be the small place that it happens to. Guys, I don't know if you guys are following, but can you see that? That is the function. You see what just happened? It happens to me. It's happening to me. The effect is on me. All right. So that is what effect is all about. Okay. So I believe you've been able to learn something from this interface. All right. So these are the basic interface that are on CapCut. Remember, there are so many other of them, right? There are so many more. Okay. That is another important thing I want to show you is the do and undo. It's another feature in the CapCut that you need to know. Okay, this is undo here. Okay, and then this is redo. Undo simply means you did something, you don't want that thing again, so you undo it. Like go back. I just made a mistake. Go back to before I made that mistake. That is undo. Redo means this thing I'm thinking is mistake. It's not mistake. Go back to the way it was. So that is redo. So you can take it back or you bring it forward. Do you understand? That is the function of these two things you are saying there. Okay. So basically, these are the things that you should know in CapCut. So let's export this our little work. Then I'm going to give you an assignment. So this is what we've done.
Video editing from beginner to pro.
That is all. All right. So we are going to split here. We're going to split here. Okay. Touch on the video. All right. Touch on it, and then you click on splits. Okay. And then you remove this last path, and then you can now go ahead to export. This is your export up here. Sorry for my hand. You see export there. When you click on export, it's going to be saved into your smartphone. All right, so in this video, I've been able to show you how you can navigate the CapCut interface, okay? And I've told you how to export. So this is your assignment. Pick any video or any picture, all right? Join them in the CapCut and then try to put a motion, all right, animation, apply an animation and an effect, and then post it in the group and let us see your work. If you are watching from the YouTube, all right, kindly drop your work maybe on the comment section, and then I'm going to use that to give you the group link so that you can join the community. Thank you so much for following to this point, and then I want you to know that everything you've learned in this video is just an iceberg to the bigger picture of the things I have for you. See you in the next video.